I'm Joe Catalano with an AM Quincy news update for Tuesday, June 18th. Looks like Lunar New Year will not be a holiday in the Quincy Public Schools next year after all. School committee recently approved the calendar for the next school year, and it does not include Lunar New Year on January 29th as a school holiday. The committee adopted the calendar after getting a legal opinion from an outside law firm that said state law gives the school committee the sole responsibility of setting the school calendar. The city council recently voted to make Lunar New Year a school holiday after the city attorney said that was within the council's authority. The school committee objected and sought out the independent legal counsel. The Lunar New Year falls on a Wednesday next year. School officials say they try to avoid scheduling major assignments or events on many religious or cultural holidays and may provide a student an excused absence for those observances. Quincy City Council wrapped up its business before summer break last night by completing next year's proposed city budget. The budget includes a salary increase for the mayor from $150,000 to $285,000 and a salary increase for city councilors from $30,000 to $44,500. Ward 2 Councilor Richard Ash proposed the $3,000 reduction in councilor salary from the $47,500 that was recommended by the mayor. Ward 3 Councilor Ian Kane also proposed a new process for salary reviews for the mayor and city councilors that would call for a salary review every 5 years for both positions and a more public process for salary discussions. That proposal will be heard again when the council reconvenes in the fall. Preparations underway across New England and beyond as people in more than a dozen states brace for a possible heat wave expected to begin today. Temperatures were already climbing yesterday. By today, high temperatures are expected to exceed 90 degrees in many spots in Massachusetts, with a heat index topping out over 100. High temperatures will remain above 90 through Friday. Temperatures may be between 15 and 20 degrees above normal. The broader heat wave is thanks to a heat dome, which will trap hot air in place over the region. A heat advisory begins today at noon, runs through Friday night at 7. An excessive heat watch will be in effect for much of Metro Boston. Medical experts have said that this level of heat can be dangerous if people don't plan ahead. Among recommendations, officials urge people to make sure their air conditioners are working, including cleaning the filters and making sure your systems are clear of debris. For construction workers, OSHA requires crews to take water and rest breaks while on the job. Many state-run pools and splash pads across the state are not scheduled to open until Saturday. Several beaches are closed due to blooms of harmful bacteria, including Wollaston Beach in Quincy. Some areas expecting the potential heat index of 105 or higher. Keeping children and pets safe is also a top priority. For pets, prevention is always the best bet, according to the Animal Rescue League of Boston. When possible, pets should be left at home in a cool, low humidity and temperature-regulated room. If they must be outdoors, overheating should be prevented by finding a shady spot. Exercise, if necessary, should be limited to the morning or evening. Short-snouted animals, in particular, such as pugs, can be impacted by respiratory issues. The Rescue League recommends a pet never be left alone in a parked car on a hot day, regardless of whether the air conditioner is on or the windows are open. It also notes that hydration is key and pets should always have access to a bowl of cold water. A passenger who stepped outside her vehicle after it struck a deer early Sunday morning was hit and killed by another driver. State police say just after 3 a.m., a 2013 Toyota RAV4 traveling north on Route 3 in Braintree collided with a deer and came to a stop in the right lane to assess the damage. The driver, a 63-year-old Roxbury man, exited the vehicle along with his passenger, a 35-year-old Roxbury woman. Officials say while this was happening, a Jaguar SUV traveling in the right lane swerved into the breakdown lane to avoid hitting the RAV4, but ended up hitting the Roxbury woman. She was taken to an area hospital where she was later pronounced dead. Her identity is not being released. The 63-year-old man was also taken to a medical facility. It's unclear if the driver of the SUV will face any charges. The center and right travel lanes of Route 3 were shut down for nearly 3.5 hours. The cause of the crash remains under investigation. Check business news. Stocks are higher. The Dow was up 188 points. The Nasdaq rose 168, and the S&P added 41. Shares mostly higher in Asia. The dollar rose. The euro is steady, and oil at $80 a barrel. In sports, Celtics sealed the deal last night and beat the Mavericks 106-88, becoming the NBA champions for the 18th time, taking the series 4-1. Red Sox beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 7-3. They're back at it tonight at 7 o'clock. The National Weather Service forecast that heat advisory is in effect. Hazy, hot, and humid today, high of 94. Muggy night tonight, low in the mid-60s. Tomorrow, partly sunny, hot, humid, high of 96. Thursday, the heat wave continues with a high of 98. And on Friday, some scattered storms at a high of 91 degrees. The boater waves a couple of feet, wind southwest 5 to 10, will become southerly 10 to 15 knots, high tide 9:27 a.m. Sunrise 5:07, set at 8:23. I'm Joe Catalano with an AM Quincy news update for Tuesday, June 18th.